Hey everybody, it's Mrs. Schrader. We're going to take a look at different rhythms and their values to help us be able to play the recorder better. So we're going to start right up here. This is a whole note and it's worth 4 beats. And if you are in 4/4 time, which we're going to talk about time signatures in just a minute, you would have one of those per measure. Every kind of note has a rest that has the same value. So this is a whole rest, and it is also worth 4 beats. The note is 4 beats of sound, and the rest is 4 beats of silence. Half notes. Here's our title. It's a half note. It looks like this. It's an open circle for the head, and it's got a stem on it, and it is worth 2 beats. You can have 2 of them in a 4/4 time measure. This is what a half rest looks like. Remember, when we see those for recorder, we're going to see them on the staff. So it's going to look like a little box, and the rim of the hat, whether it's this one or the upside down hat, the rim of the hat is actually the line on the staff. Quarter note is worth 1 beat. And in a measure with 4/4 time, we can have 4 quarter notes in the measure. We have a quarter note and we have a quarter rest. So 1 beat of sound and 1 beat of silence. Slide me up so we can see these down at the bottom just a little bit better. All right, here we have an 1/8 note. Usually we see them connected together, but not always. And each 1/8 note by itself is worth 1/2. Here we see that you can have 8 in an entire measure. Here they're connected in groups of 4, but a lot of times we see 1/8 notes connected in groups of 2. An 1/8 rest, which we really don't talk a whole lot about, is right here, and it would also be worth 1/2 beat of silence. So a lot of times you just see 2 of these connected. And then half plus half is 1. Good job. All right, let's take a look at the bottom one here. Oh, I'm not going to be able to point down there. And it's the bottom one with 2 flags. That's a 16th note. That's 1/16 note all by itself. 1/16 note is worth 1/4. And if you look down at the bottom, you can have 16 16th notes in a measure. Are you understanding why they got their names now? Because sometimes those names trick us, right? 16 16th notes in a measure of 4/4 time. And you can see down at the bottom also what the 16th rest would look like. Really similar to an 1/8 rest, but it has an extra little flag on it. All right. If you look down at these 16th notes, and if one of them is worth 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4. I like to think about it in terms of money. So if you had 1/4, that would be like a quarter. How many quarters do you need to equal $1? You need 4 of them. If I give you 4 quarters, you would have $1. So that means that 4 of these adds up to 1 beat. So 4 16th notes is the same as 1 beat. We're also going to have a little bit with different time signatures. And remember, these values are based on having 4/4. And they'll work on anything that has a 4 at the bottom. So let's take a look at this. Here are some time signatures that we use the most often. We have 2/4, 3/4, and 4/4. The top number, and I know it's I had to kind of make it look more like a fraction. Usually they're on top of each other and there isn't a line in between. But 2/4, the top number would tell us 2 beats, and the 4 at the bottom tells us 1/4, the quarter note, the 1/4. The quarter note gets the beat. Okay, so do you notice that these all have a 4 at the bottom? That means that all of them are talking about having a quarter note as our main beat. So all those values that we talked about on the last page, they would all work in measures of 2/4, 3/4, and 4/4, right? Okay, so here's 3/4. Again, the top number 3 tells us 3 beats per measure. The bottom number 4 tells us 1/4. The quarter note gets the beat. Here we have 4/4 time, and the top 4 here would tell us 4 beats per measure, and the bottom 4 would tell us the quarter note gets the beat. I hope this helps. As you're getting to play your recorder, if you get confused, you can always come back and watch the video to review your values and how to look at your time signatures and know how to count them out. So if you're in 2/4, you go 1, 2, 1, 2. If you were in 3, 4, it would go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And in 4, 4, it would go 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you might think of it as strong and weak beats. Did you notice that some of them were kind of a little louder than other ones, right? It goes strong, weak, for 2, 4. 3, 4 would go strong, weak, strong, weak. And in 4, 4, the 1 and the 3 are both a little bit stronger, but I'm going to call 2, 3, and 4 right now all weak beats. So it go strong, weak, strong, weak. All right. Great job, everybody.